Hello, RTP project directors. I wanted to take the opportunity to meet with just our grantees and share some grant administration information. It's a smorgasbord of topics that I wanted to chat with you all about. If you have questions about any of this information, please contact your project officer. First, annual performance reports. Thank you for your submissions. Staff have been going through and reaching out to you when more information is needed. I want to stress that the APR is your opportunity to think about and, importantly, document your project's accomplishments. Please take the APR seriously, as we want them to be positive representations of your work and our work. Performance measures. They are reviewed in your program area meetings. Thank you for your contributions. Your work is critical to us being able to demonstrate the importance, value, and impact of our work. Please be aware that it is the positive performance on our measures that help us to advocate for more funding. The next area is to give you an idea of the shifting culture of grants administration within the department. You may have heard some of this before. First, there's an emphasis that a 5-year grant should complete its activities in 5 years, although we understand that the award date can affect the 5-year goal. You should take seriously spending down a year's funding in a year. Large available balances or spending down your funds. When you are unable to spend a year's funds in the year allocated, we often get the question, did we give them too much money? How did they complete their activities and make substantial progress without spending all of their money? Currently, the department is using a 30% threshold as the cutoff for carryover funds for signifying that a project is at potential risk. I review every lab report, close to 200. There are a couple of themes. First, scholar recruitment. We understand that initial recruitment can be challenging based on the award date. But I have to stress that if after a couple of years, your recruitment efforts are falling short of the targets you specified in your application, your continuation could be reduced. Second, billing. Please ensure that for any contracted services, a regular billing cycle is specified. Grantees frequently respond to us that they have a lab because contractors only bill once a year, and that in reality, the funds have been encumbered. Please revise that approach so that billing is on a more frequent cycle. Now, COVID has definitely impacted some expenditures, as well as late awards for training grants that impact recruitment. But the reality is we've had a culture of grantees carrying over funds from year to year and assuming a 6th and sometimes a 7th or even an 8th year of the grant. This is no longer the way business will be conducted. Something new that may have impacted your project is moving up start dates for grants. The department is working hard to award grants earlier in the year, and there will be a parallel effort to start the grants earlier. In the long run, this will be good for us all. However, there will be a transition period where many of you may be operating 2 very similar grants at the same time. We are going to work with you to develop a plan for this, and we ask for your patience during the transition. There will be some additional paperwork to, frankly, document that you're not spending funds from 2 different grants for the identical activity. This is especially true for our recompeted centers. We hope that these early awards will be great for more timely scholar recruitment. Peer review recruitment. We need you to please volunteer or accept the call to review grants. We are especially interested in recruiting reviewers who represent a diversity of perspectives. For the FY21 new awards and continuations, I wanted to provide a tentative timeline for the awards. For the first time in a very long time, we have all but one application for new awards on the street and have actually begun making new awards. We had 13 competitions scheduled for this year. There are new guidelines on processing continuation awards. We cannot process before 90 days before the grants start or September 30th. July was the 90 days for many. So if you have spent your money down and have no other grant issues, we are hoping that these continuations will process in August. And then another group, those that may have had issues, will award in late September. I hope that you have bookmarked the Ideas That Work website. It is regularly updated, and we strongly encourage you all to access the site on a regular basis. Most importantly, thank you. I recognize that to most of you, this administrivia can feel burdensome. I want to share with you what I tell offices that oversee this process. I tell them that Congress appropriated the funds to generate personnel and services and to support better outcomes for children with disabilities. And that as long as that is being accomplished, I will always stand by our grantees. I'm proud to be the director of this office. I'm especially proud of the staff I work with. I'm proud of the work we do. And lastly, I want to share with you that as a child, I have vivid memories of the polio epidemic, of kids being in school one day and in an iron lung the next, and 2 months later coming back to school wearing what we called polio leg braces. I actually remember receiving the Salk vaccine and the relief of my parents. So the COVID pandemic is a bit of deja vu for me. I want to say that I'm in awe of how you all responded during the last 18 months, how you always put kids and family first in the toughest of times. It's a privilege to support your efforts. Thanks.